Can you hear it? Welcome to Relay.
Hello, everyone.
Live?
Let's see if everyone can hear us. I think they can. Good. Okay, so because everyone's been subscribing, I'm going to do this intro while waving, which is just going to make it that much better.
So it's just going to be like crack, grind, snap, crack, grind, snap,
Yes.
crack. Yeah, okay.
I like grind.
Yeah.
Hello, citizens, my friends. We've come to talk with you again. Is the game we love creeping? Did we miss much while we were sleeping? 'Cause the vision Chris has planted in our brains still remains. It is the sound of silence. I'm just going to end it there.
You know, I think it's just a good timing that I bought new headphones because I think it just broke these.
Good. It actually keeps going, but here. I think I can. There's the whole. Oh, it doesn't paste properly. Anyway, I'll stop there because
Flint is asking for a good recording of that for data corruption.
I can do that. I don't know why you'd want it, but I can do that.
Happy New Year, everyone.
Happy New Year, everyone. Welcome back to the Relay Station.
Hi.
I wanted to start things off by letting you all know, by reassuring everyone that nothing has or will change.
Also,
That's
you know,
not true.
but everything can only go up from that.
Also that,
Yeah.
yeah.
Including this show abruptly ending because Discord fails again.
Yeah. Okay, so you will notice that we're a bit late. We are late because Discord sort of was dead for a bit.
Discord was being a little bitch.
Yeah, and seeing as we run everything through Discord, is the chat thing working on this? I don't even know if it is right now. Let's test. It is. Okay, good. Yeah, so it's a new year. The song goes on. I thought it was very appropriate. But I wanted to start off this show by talking a little bit about 2018. Because I do think 2018 was probably the best year there has been for Star Citizen, not just in terms of what we got and the size of what we got, but also they launched patches when they said they were going to.
A lot of us were skeptical.
A lot of us were skeptical. I will ask, does anyone remember 2017?
I don't even remember last week.
If anyone on this podcast was like, no, now that they've got this schedule, they're going to hit every single date. And does anyone remember who that might have been?
I think
I drink to forget 2017.
I think that was Fastcard who said that, right?
Probably Fastcart, yeah.
It couldn't have been you.
It sounds more like something that Silence would say. It definitely has the sound of silence to it.
Oh, my God. Oh, God.
The pain is acute.
There is going to be
Stop being obtuse.
Okay.
You're both right.
I don't get your angle here.
Giroux is just one word, Hitler. Nice. There you go.
Okay.
Demonetized.
Yeah, bam. Just like that.
Oh, darn. We were making
Wait,
so much.
we were monetized?
We were making so much until someone said Hitler.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
So, quick, really quick. Let's do a really quick run around of what everyone was pleased about in 2018. Really quick. Let's start.
I don't really want to run around my table because I'll trip and fall.
Oh my god, nothing has changed.
And I can't run around my table because of smack into that wall.
I can run around mine.
No, he's not running. You're not running around the table. You're running around your chair.
That is a detail,
Yeah.
and I am sick and tired of you putting me down with details and just. I quit.
Uh-oh. He's gone.
Thank fuck for that. So, I hear MechWarrior 5 has been delayed until September this year. I'm quite disappointed about that. What are your two thoughts on that?
Could not
Well-
give two shits of a dead duck's cock about it.
Oh, that's lovely.
Oh, that was great.
That's concise.
Yeah. Okay.
Now really demonetized.
Hey, if you're already
Not going to
been
get sponsored by Piranha
demonetized-
Games.
That's awesome.
Maybe by
So-
PETA, though.
So
All
you
right,
might
so
be able
you
to tell that
wanted
there
our
hasn't
thoughts-
been that much this week for us to really talk about, so we're just gonna, do this. But yes,
Yeah.
Nakara, starting with you.
Okay, so you want what I thought about 2018?
Yeah, what did you think about 2018?
I think it was the year the project grew up into a fully fledged beastie.
About fucking time.
It was, they started nailing their dates for patches. They had somewhat stabilized the number of employees. They're still increasing, but not as drastically.
It's still 100 plus, vacancies.
Yeah.
Yes, now it is, but throughout the year, I don't think it changed a whole lot. And more importantly, they released all their financials and took on some extra money to help not help finish the game, but to help market Squadron. And I don't know, that was just sort of my first thought, was that it was kind of the year that the project went from crazy startup mode to kind of more stable AAA studio type of development.
Sure,
Anyway.
what do you think?
In addition to what essentially Nakara said, because I quite agree with that, it is the popularity of the project, how now it's no longer people who either, I remember Chris Roberts from such and such game, or I really want to play a more combat-orientated game than Elite Dangerous or whatever on the market. Now it's people like, I can look at Star Citizen and do some mining. That's interesting. It's starting to open up as Star Citizen, rather than just being everything completely squadron based and going to be just shoot first. Things are opening that are non-combat, and I think that's good. I'm not interested in it, but it gives me people to shoot.
Yes. Darsh?
Well, I'm going to actually touch on something that's not exactly game related, but I'm just super glad that Cloud Imperium Games, or actually Cloud Imperium as they're now called, right?
Yeah.
Because we can speculate about that a bit later. They finally started communicating properly with the community.
Yeah.
Roadmap. I don't care how they did it. I didn't care about they released the roadmap or that they had patches every quarter or about the financials. Just they gave us something back. We especially like all the content creators on YouTube, on Twitch, they give so much to promote the game, but the company itself just felt like they only had to do the bare minimum.
I want to say they finally started doing the job that Relay were doing for them for years.
And now you can go actually play the game instead of just talking
Yeah.
about the game.
Well, they started talking about it themselves and writing about it themselves as well. Like they've got the monthly they've got a lot more.
Yep.
It's not quite as personal as it used to be, but it is a lot more professional.
And they have the roadmaps.
Yes.
Yeah.
which are huge. I don't have to try and memorize all of the things that have happened in development in the last 6 months
Yeah.
because they're just
Or are going to happen in the next 6
or
months.
more point, yeah, are on their way. Yeah.
Yeah, love the roadmaps. Don't care that certain features get pushed onto the next major patch, which is what they said from before they pushed out the roadmap, and something that a lot of people keep, conveniently forgetting about. It's just the way the development is.
Mm-hmm.
You set a goal, and sometimes, most of the time, it's you have to push it back because you were too optimistic, and they have a lot of optimism. It's Cloud Imperium.
Part of the entire project is built around this optimism that they can do anything, right? And
considering what they've already achieved, that optimism is well founded.
Exactly.
It's just that the time scale of it is, somewhat too compressed. Just like the bot,
It hasn't changed either. Someday. See, I've got. We need to change Shiver's name from Shiver Bathory to Shiver Bot, and he can just.
Bottery.
Oh, that's the best you can do. Come on, Shiver Bothery. Come on, for fuck's sake.
Just give me a break.
One vowel. That's all you had to change.
I wrote a whole song for you, and no one appreciated it.
Not for fucking me.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, we appreciated its.
We acknowledged it. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
It existed.
It's excellence. It's
sure.
It's perfection of the form.
Uh-huh.
It's nuanced delivery.
Definitely not.
Eris, let's just say that unlike the lead singer of Disturbed, you will not be getting a personally written letter from Simon out of Simon and Garfunkel about that one.
I mean, I think holding me up to the standards of the lead singer of Disturbed, who seemingly is one of the best vocalists in the world, I think that might be a little uncool.
For whom?
Me. So
I have to think about that one.
I kind of agree with you guys. I think the most important part about 2018 to me was just that for the first time in the project's history, they released patches regularly, which
and they still are. There's one in PTU right now.
Yeah,
just, hot fixes.
And they still are. And it seems like they're going to, like Nakara said, it seems like they sort of grew up a little bit. It's not. You can talk about, they cut some things from patches, and sometimes the patches were, they made it in time on P2U, not live, but the core of the principle was never that it be exactly what they said, exactly when they said. It was that we have 4 major patches in the year so that we don't suffer the drought. And if you remember the drought, if you were around for the drought wasn't just bad on a gameplay perspective. It was
Which drought?
The more recent one, 2017, I guess.
2017 drought.
Yeah, let's talk 2017 drought.
The 9 months between patches?
Yeah.
Or was it 10 months?
Yeah.
Something like that.
This is the good thing. As every year, up until last year, had a fucking drought period.
And that's the point.
The best that we could hope for was the accidental leak that people blame Lando for. That was brilliant timing, and that was it. At least last year, we had something to look forward to. There were complaints. You can't please all the people all the time, but there were very few complaints of the fuck do I do now? What do I do now? Bored, shut everything.
And the stuff that they released is important to the game, too. Mining is huge, right? Like, we're not talking little tiny, we added a ship this patch. It was, for most of the patches, it was much more significant than just, hey, we threw on a ship. So, that said, let's move on to this year.
Oh,
So, 2018 is done. It's over. I don't care. Kick it when it's down. It's gone. It's over.
you know what's really interesting about 2019?
Something about a Mayan calendar.
Well, probably.
What?
You can actually currently say that the U.S.'s government has not operated this year.
Oh,
I mean, I was
Yeah.
thinking Star Citizen based, but you know what? Come to think of it, none of us here are Americans, so we can make fun of them all we want.
We sure can.
yeah.
Yes.
Wait. How long has the US government been performing medical procedures?
Oh, God.
I don't want to know where you're going with this one, Shiver.
You said operated.
Yeah.
See, kids, this is what I
Probably,
drink.
in all honesty, probably a long bloody time. Anyway.
Does Marius?
Yeah.
I will say I am finding it kind of funny that there are people. Well, no, not funny. I'm finding it absolutely, completely abysmal and disgusting, regardless of any of the politics beside it. It genuinely hurts me that there are people in the States that are being forced to work without pay right now. Like, to all of the furloughed government workers, that is, it's insane. It's disgusting. It's incredibly difficult. Trust me, Canada has been dealing with it for 3 years. We know. I know personally.
Lovely.
I follow you on Twitter.
Yeah. So, I do want to say that, regardless of the humor, I hope that everyone out there is managing somehow, because it's not.
But hey, the wall's still gonna get built.
Okay, moving on from politics. 2019 in Star Citizen.
I heard that there were rocket scientists having a bake sale so that they could make money.
Anyway, I have a friend that works with the Hubble Space Telescope, the infrared camera on it, and yeah, he's been telling me just how bad it is right now.
Yeah.
Good times.
Good luck.
Anyway,
Yeah.
Star Citizen in 2019.
Star Citizen or 2949.
Yeah.
2949.
I want to talk about what. So we've got a little bit of 2019. Sort of laid out for us by CIG with the roadmap for Star Citizen. And of course, we know for Squadron, their goal is to finish it in 2019 and then release sometime 2020.
Yeah.
So we've already got a fair bit more knowing what is kind of to come this year than we've had to work on with previously. But what's your biggest hope for 2019? And we're going to go in reverse order this time. We're going to start with Darj.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, sorry. I'm putting you on the spot this time. It can't always be Eric on the spot.
Fine. So
And sure, just can never find the spot anyway, so.
There's definitely a few more jokes in
This
there.
is not the podcast where you retort that shiver battery.
I wasn't going to go there. There are some things that even I don't stoop to. And if anybody could hear what we talked about before the podcast started, yeah. And what am I looking forward to in 2019? Shit.
You're looking forward to shit?
Yeah, lots of shit. It's really difficult to pinpoint. And I don't want to be one of those people, but I'm gonna be. Carrick? Because they fulfilled so many of my hopes in 2018 that there's really not much that other than content in the game for me to look forward to. If that makes sense. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because they changed so much about their approach to the community that all they have to do now is just follow the roadmap and get shit done.
Yep, that's fair. I mean,
There's no big big pieces you're looking forward to.
You're wrong for looking forward to the Carrack, but I mean it's fair.
No.
You're not invited.
I know.
No.
Nakara?
If there was just something from the content, I would say hopefully and more than 50 players per server, just far more people at the same time. Which should be first coming with some I don't know, something parallelized networking or something.
The server refactor probably.
Yeah, that'd be with server.
Yeah.
mesh.
That comes before server meshing. It's just something that
okay.
would enable current server infrastructure to be able to connect to more clients at the same time.
Is that the client-side OCS?
Or it might be the
Not client-side, server-side.
Parallel networking.
Sorry.
It could be
Parallel
the
networking
network
job. That's
jobs.
the one.
That's the one.
There we finally got to it.
That's actually this quarter.
Yeah.
Because currently 50 people for what we have right now seems like a good balance, because space is supposed to be huge and you're not supposed to be tripping over other players all the time.
A single system.
True, but you're not supposed to be tripping over other players all the time.
Yeah.
But with the few proper locations that we have, you do constantly see other people there. So maybe 100 people would still be there, but if they manage to do server meshing without other systems, then it may actually become way too crowded already.
It might be, and what they might have to do is
More realism.
Let's say they get server meshing working with one system, they might have to section it off into like
A couple
different instances of that one world, which is completely acceptable until they get more systems. We don't know how long it's going to take them to get more systems, really. Right?
Well, content-wise, I believe that they have been constantly pumping out, systems. Just have them in waiting. It's just the final bits of technology required to support systems.
Yeah.
But server meshing, that's going to be a completely different sort of server infrastructure than what we have now. Because now we have a single server for the entire system. Then it's going to be servers per region. Like Port Olisar is going to be on one server, and then Hurston is going to be on another server. And when you travel, you effectively migrate from one server to another.
Yeah.
I believe with their tech as well that if, say, Port Olisar is particularly overrun, they can actually spin up additional servers to support more for Port Olisar, which is a bit different to other games where, say, Star Trek Online, they just be like, all right, open another instance, same thing. So they're trying to keep. They're still trying to keep as many players.
Well, yeah,
in one
it's going to be. They're going to be spinning up another instance, but their technology will enable those instances to talk with one another.
Yeah, exactly.
It would be like, instead of one server is Port Olisar, it would be like, it could end up being one server ends up just doing the docking ring outside, and
one
server is the hub room.
So it's slightly interesting because I've got a new government job. I mean, I got a promotion. They're paying me less, but I got anyway. But my new job is a little bit more dealing with technology. I'm working for SSC, who are basically in charge of procuring
Superstar Citizen.
Well, they're in charge of buying all of the government of Canada's like networking stuff, right? So it's computers and networking and tech, like just all the technical mumbo jumbo. But it's been really.
I'm glad they hired you.
Same thought.
Hey, I've had so many people ask me to explain things like cloud. What is the cloud?
It's somebody else's computer.
But it's actually really interesting following the government try to explain the difference between a mainframe to a server farm to cloud computing to on-demand cloud computing, right? Because there's like servers are you own all of the machines. Cloud is there's a whole bunch of servers, but someone else runs them. You don't run them, but you're still on an X number of servers. And then what CIG are going to be doing with Amazon is the idea of on-demand server spin up as more are required. And it's not just the servers that we're talking about. It's everything else, and it's
which is why
bloody complicated.
And which is why I think that the switch from CryEngine to Lumberyard was the most clutch thing CIG decided to do in development of Star Citizen.
That and Ortwin.
Oh yeah,
just having Ortwin was pretty clutch.
Yeah, and Ortwin is so chill. I got to talk to him at CitizenCon.
He's great. Yeah.
Anyway,
yes. Nakara,
refill time.
Nice, do it. Wait, can you show that one again? What was that?
He's gone.
He's gone. Nakara, 2019. Please elucidate me.
I'm going to go a little different. I'm just going to say the thing I'm most looking forward to, the one thing I think currently is Microtech, because I think it probably will be done this year. In terms of tech, oh man, there's so many things. So
what is that one?
There's a lot of really cool things coming in the tech side of things in 2019 for Star Citizen.
King
a lot of it
I've
is.
Never had King Goblin.
It is brewed only on the midnight, not the midnight, at a full moon.
Ooh, sorry, Eric.
Sorry, yeah.
Look at what I have to deal with here.
I'm sorry.
Beer is more important than me.
Yes.
That beer.
There is more of it.
Their beer is more important.
Yeah, I know.
They are possibly the best brewery that there is. Sorry.
Where are they from, Eris?
You need to come to Europe.
I've been there.
We'll
Where are they
public
from, Eris?
transport.
Where were they based?
I think they're based in the UK somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go, Eric. Sorry.
Anyway, Microtech looks cool. There's lots of graphical type improvements. We've gone past like the core part of graphical improvements, and now it's all the really fancy shit like new shaders and gas clouds, and
and hard surface shaders and
hard surface shaders. Yeah.
And that
what
bloody tech they had with the tarps and the
yes, the soft body collision.
How can we forget about the soft body collision, which is literally just it's witchcraft. It is witchcraft.
It's incredible. I'm gonna actually look at where that is because I don't know where it is. Cortex for that was.
And they're just
that's currently
to actual cloth simulation. Yeah,
that's Q3 2019 on the Squadron calendar.
So, taking the Squadron 42 roadmap, what sort of quotient do you think you need to add to that, or to multiply it by to get a Star Citizen implementation date? Sort of like
I think some of it will be at the same time. I think Core Tech is pretty much the same time, or almost the same time.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Things like AI, for example, could have significant differences because AI on a single player game is not the same as AI networked.
Oh, definitely no.
These are different.
Then again, I did hear something about the single player version of Star Citizen will be basically will be a networked version, but you'll have the server running on the same computer as the client.
Really?
So there will be some parallels. Yeah, it's same as Minecraft. They had years ago they had a huge update because the single player version and the multiplayer were completely different, and then they changed it so a single player was the same as multiplayer, except you had the server also running on the same computer.
That makes sense. Okay.
So much more streamlined because it's local host connections and there's only one client connected to the server. So it's easier to do. None of the latencies and none of the
Call me mad.
tick rate and
Wouldn't
shit.
it be faster to just not have the server and just run the game like a normal game in its own kernel?
Sure, but
Why would you need a fake offline server on your own?
because then you
local
have
host?
2 forks of the same game.
So then,
Okay,
I guess
but why do you need to run a local server on your? That doesn't make sense in any way. That would be a very wasteful way to run it because it's already quite a demanding game, and if you've got to run a server, doesn't matter how small it is, that's a server.
True, but you're going to have to ask somebody more intelligible, more intelligent, and more intelligent, and also more intelligible than me.
I'd be interested to hear that discussion. I don't know one way or another.
Well, you don't code a game and go online_1, online_0. That's not how it works, especially with Star Citizen and Squadron. They share all the same assets, so
They do have to be the same game for like the same game process, but I it's like connecting to multiplayer on,
yeah,
on
but
a normal
you
game.
still don't need
know
a
if it
server
would-
for that.
Yeah, I don't know if
You can just have the launcher itself and go Squadron.
Yeah,
Star
sure, but
Citizen.
you have entities. You have an AI that requires connecting to the server for all the constant updates. So you have
No,
that.
it doesn't.
Hold,
I've got loads of other games that don't need to connect to a server to run AI.
no, in Star Citizen, you do. You
But
would.
I'm talking about Squadron.
Hold on. You would, but then you take that chunk of code that runs an AI NPC in Star Citizen, and you migrate it to Squadron 42. You would have to change a lot about it for it to work, without a server present for it to talk to.
No, you wouldn't. That's not how AI works
know what?
unless it's
I'm gonna move us
networked
on
AI.
because I don't know that any of us are expert enough on AI code.
no.
I'm barely an expert.
I'll put it
on-
this way:
Or a
I'm
ship.
fairly.
Or a ship, like a ship flies somewhere and it tells you where it is, it tells you what it's doing, and at the same time it tells the server where it is and what it's doing, so the server can tell everybody else. But then if you take that ship, all the code, and put it in Squadron 42, it will start, it will tell you where it is, what it's doing, and it will want to tell to the server where it is and what
and
it's
it'll
doing.
tell a fake.
But
Why is there? But why does there have to be a server involved for it to do any of that?
because
I can
then
do
it
that
will keep
offline.
returning errors. Unless you change the code and they are
But
programming
it's
it,
a
so they
ship.
don't
It's
have
not
to
a
change the
code. That's not quite how it really
Loud noises.
works.
The ship
I can play
the ship
Counter-Strike
is a bunch of code.
noises.
Online or offline with bots or without bots. I could see them doing it for authentication purposes,
No,
but still, a server's a really bad way to do it.
a server,
really bad way.
A server can run on a toaster.
Okay, gentlemen.
Really?
Okay, gentlemen.
Yeah, true.
Gentlemen.
Okay, I'll put it this way.
Gentlemen.
Can I just say something? The AI entries in the Squadron 42 roadmap are not the same as the ones for Star Citizen. So I'm assuming there's some reason why. I'll put it that way.
I don't know. I'm going to defer this one entirely because I don't think we will know unless one of their AI guys or coding guys comes
on here on our show.
says it. So
What they could be doing to save client space, to run a server, or at least something to communicate with their server. If they've got Data Forge, you don't need to download half as much shit to your PC, but they would need the online connection that way. And that would save client space.
The way I see it, that for Star Citizen, everything has to be network. Everything has to have the ability to talk
For
to
Star
a server.
Citizen, yeah.
Yes, sure, for Star Citizen, whatever it is. But if they want to make development quicker, they want to share assets between Star Citizen and Squadron 42.
Yes.
And as soon as you take something from Star Citizen that works in a network state and put it into Squadron 42, it will break because it has no server to talk to.
Actually, I have a question.
That depends.
Does the offline arena commander run on a server?
Yes.
No.
No, it has to have a centralized server that handles communication between everything. It still has
That's not what's going on in Arena Commander when you're offline.
Okay.
It's connecting to the server to authenticate your client.
No more
Well, here's the
server talk.
question.
It's not running
Here's the
AI
question.
over the
Somebody-
network, mate.
somebody-
That's not going to happen. I can run. Put it this way: I can run Arena Commander offline with my
Sure.
shitty ADSL connection, And it's not an AI. It's not a networked AI.
I will start muting people.
It's not a networked AI.
I will start muting
It's not
people.
Skynet.
I'm not.
go.
No. Oh my God, no! It's not that the AI is running on the network. It's just it's telling the server where it is and what it's doing, so the server can tell all the
Okay.
other players what that thing is doing.
We're moving on.
For
Here we go.
communication only.
We're moving on.
Okay,
I don't even
so my
remember
answer,
where we
my answer
were.
to what I'm looking forward to in 2019 is locations.
Locations.
New
Okay.
locations.
Yes, more varied locations.
Yes. Okay, how's Twitch chat doing? Miles says I'm not drunk enough for this.
Some people want it to stop. Some people want it to keep going.
We have don't we have 3 mission givers in Levski? We need to have more in other places.
We need to have more mission givers, period. I've actually been trying, while this has been going on, I've been trying to think of what I'm excited for 2019 for. And I think I've come to the conclusion that I am actually not at all excited for 2019. Let me explain why.
But 2019 is when the Jesus patch is coming.
One, there is no Jesus patch. Oh!
The article's on Relay.
It's a great article. There is no Jesus patch. No, I expect that 2019 will kind of be much of the same as 2018, except that at the end of the year, Squadron will be done. CIG are going to be making some kind of a decision on whether to or how to QA test Squadron 42 and when to give it early access to people like Avocados and how to do that. And
I need
I
to
am
get out of
not-
the avocados before that happens.
I am not looking forward to that. I really don't want. I'm actually really disappointed that CIG have said that they might do that. I don't believe that they should. I do not want anyone that is not, under a binding arbitratable. I'll go with that. Arbitratable
NDA.
NDA with
The
CIG.
avocados are. The avocados are.
How many times has stuff leaked from the
Every
avocados?
time.
Every time.
Yes, sure.
It's
And
not their jobs on the line. I want it to be because a QA guy isn't going to leak stuff because guess what? He's never going to get another job in QA in his life.
true.
I don't
So-
want Squadron to leak. I'm worried that at the end of 2019, Squadron might start leaking. I am not going to enjoy that, and I'm really not looking forward to it. And I really don't like anyone that leaks shit. Period. I don't like you if you leak. Wear a diaper.
What I have a boat in my front yard. It may be leaking. Do you add my boat too?
No, I hate your boat.
Damn it!
Patch your boat.
Yes, patch your boat.
It doesn't have the Delta patcher yet. I'm still working on it. You do have a point. NDAs or not, avocados do leak. It's not. The thing is, it is the issue council that is responsible for the leaks because it's not the avocados who create the videos that are leaking them. It's somebody else using their videos and putting them on wherever it is. So putting the watermark that is in all over the videos from those builds doesn't really lead to who leaked them because it is one level of 1 degree, whatever it is, it's removed
They
from
have to
whoever
post the
created it.
videos anyway, and then someone grabs the video and posts it, and
So-
you don't know.
Yep.
Here, I have a
And-
question.
Yeah.
Do you think it would be enough to stop the leaks from Squadron if there was no issue cancel for Squadron?
No,
But
because
how do you then help report the bugs? How do you
A
contribute to the,
direct bug reporting thing in the launcher. Like it's just like a little email field, and you send.
Well,
directly.
they want the issue council because they want other people to retest the issues. That's one of the great things
I know.
about the issue council. So
Just
they
talking about
use
ways
that.
to to kill leaks. That's all.
I think that they'd like people would find another way to leak. I don't like it.
Or
It
should
would
they
leak. Someone.
should they
If
bring
you only just if
like
you only
10,000
describe the
people
bug,
into a gymnasium and have them all play Squadron 42 for
They
days
sh-
on
at,
end?
at that point, I think they should do what normal game companies do, and they hire a QA team of a couple hundred people.
yeah,
What if they are going to take a selection? Not everyone in ETF is going to get it. Maybe it's going to be a selection of the most dedicated ETF players that they know for a fact are not going to be dicks about it.
so it's like super
then the-
avocados.
Yeah, but then that's going to be quite a small
It's
group
small.
from an already small group.
Yeah, but then at least if only those types of people have access to all the bug reports
Yeah,
as well,
and
you kind of also limit the potential of the idiots who leak everything
And then
getting
4-1
access to it.
4-1 for all says whales only, and I say no because the whales shouldn't get any special treatment over the rest of us. Because sure, they have 50 grand to put into the game. Great for them. I only had what I had to put in the game. Like
He said whales without the H. He said whales without the H.
whales.
Whales only.
I
Oh,
actually
so
genuinely sat here thinking you're talking about the fucking place. Wow.
Only
sorry.
only
It's
the
in the
country.
chat like that as well. Yeah, only the country of Wales, yes, because they don't speak a language that is intelligible and being able to
That's
be
right.
understood
Oh man!
by anybody
hang
else.
on.
All-
I
all
will be
QA
right
will be
back.
in Welsh.
I will be right back. 2 seconds.
All QA will be in Welsh.
There is a joke in Red Dwarf, which is an amazing sci-fi comedy TV show, where it's basically they're under attack, and Rimmer says begin transmitting the surrender message in all frequencies and in all languages, including Welsh.
So I have been working. I've been working a fair bit on writing a book. I will finish this.
Is this your second book or the first book?
I've decided to sort of mesh the two together.
Oh.
He's
So it's-
remeshing.
Because I'm still looking forward to reading it, and that is backwards for me. Dictionary of Newfoundland England. Newfoundland England.
Dictionary of Newfoundland English.
Oh, wait, is that why it's backwards?
Yes,
It's
I
not.
picked
It's not
this
back
up.
on the screen.
I picked this up to use it as a basis for a language in my books, and I am so excited to use this. Like, it's amazing. Prague is to feed or to provide food and accommodation.
Oh, what?
Prog,
That-
P-R-O-G.
That puts a completely new light on prog rock and prog metal.
Yeah. It's looking
Food
at some
rock.
of these. Like, sorry, it's a complete sidetrack. I just got it today, and I'm really excited. And I've been reading. I've been reading the dictionary today. Okay, people, I am reading the dictionary.
Not the dictionary. This is a very special dictionary.
The Newfoundland English dictionary. Okay. So I see Director Gunner there says, Eris, didn't you say you didn't play Star Citizen, though? Yeah, I don't. Because right now I don't like the game.
Sorry, you're just so frank and honest about it.
Also,
Just gets me.
by the way, 3.4.2a fixed the bug you bitched about.
Good. It was a really bad bug. It ruined my
Which bug
enjoyment.
is that?
It was when he got to Hurston, he couldn't quantum travel anywhere else because it just the waypoints just wouldn't show up.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I got to
3.42A
Hurston
fixed
to go
it.
down and explore it, and couldn't go down to Hurston, and it was like, oh,
Yeah,
shit.
and in that was 3.42. Yeah, 3.42a fixed it. Meyer and I played in 3.42. We were in a 600i, and we arrived at Hurston. He got back in the seat, couldn't do anything.
yeah.
So we eventually had to on stream get a service beacon to someone
down,
to
yeah.
come pick us up and take us to
Yeah, no, I will always
Good
be completely frank about it because I think that's important. I mean, I've been following the game from the very beginning.
You know, this whole time I thought your name was David, and now I know that it's Frank.
Yep. I don't know. I don't. It's so big right now, and there's just like you can make your own fun, but it feels very much to me right now like Sea of Thieves. It's
a big empty world right now.
It's a big empty world. I'm not going to be putting my time into a big empty world because I don't have that much time. So
There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's still moving forward. I love watching the development of it. I love keeping up with it, but I don't have the time to put my free time into a big empty world where there's not that much for me to do. I will wait until there's Squadron 42, and I will wait until there's, more to do in Star Citizen, and then I'll play. But for now, nope.
I think one of the biggest problems right now in Star Citizen is that the AI doesn't work.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is one of the big issues. Like you can get one of the bounty missions and just stand in front of an AI that doesn't know what to do, and you can just poke it to death, basically.
Okay,
but speaking of Squadron 42 got a big injection of marketing money. I can't wait for the first thing to come out with that because I was a volunteer for at CitizenCon. And one of the things that got me the most was we weren't in the hall in the big auditorium when the Squadron 42 trailer got released and shown. I only saw it 2 days later. Yeah, we were backstage, huddled over Lauren's iPhone and watching the stream with a delay. And just that experience, of seeing that, and there was like 6 or 7 of us watching the trailer on a device this small, but this is the sort of excitement that I want to share with everyone. And CitizenCon itself seems a very sort of niche and closed off thing. But if that marketing money lets them do like more like TV advertisements or, let's say,
when's the next Star Wars coming out?
Or like a trailer before Star Wars, yes, or a Super Bowl commercial.
Oh my God, wrong market.
Can you sure, or not?
Yeah, I know. Everyone watches
or
the
not,
Super Bowl.
or not, because because it is the most televised event in the world.
Yep.
Because it's not just the football fans that watch it. There's a lot
World
more.
Cup.
I think a lot of YouTube
can you imagine the
advertising
Squadron 42 trailer?
like gaming channels.
Yeah.
Can you imagine the Squadron 42 trailer that we had aired at the Super Bowl?
I think
with Gillian Anderson.
Too many people would ask if it's a TV show.
A TV show, yeah.
Hi.
Well, hi. Aww.
Oh, everyone together now.
I'm working on a show here.
Oh no.
Oh, you know? Okay.
I knew.
Okay, I'll just.
They should just come home from school.
No.
It's the weekend.
Oh wait, it's Saturday.
It's Saturday.
like no, I haven't actually worked since New Year's. Hi.
Hey, nice shirt.
I don't know. I wonder what's that for.
No idea.
I did for anyone that didn't see on Discord over the over Christmas. So I did do a thing.
Yeah.
I did a thing.
Overexposed.
Overexposed. It's
Overexposed the engagement ring.
I did a thing. So,
congratulations.
Thank you.
You did what?
That. I asked Mom. Remember?
Yes.
Yes.
That.
Okay. Yeah, that.
Cheers.
So,
cheers to everyone.
Yes. I don't have any drink, but cheers.
Cheers. And now family has invaded, so.
Yeah.
I was gonna put a different video up there, but I've been.
I like that we just have this dominance victory thing going on in the
I know,
background.
it's just I'm trying. Sorry. I wanted to at least
I
go
just
through...
like the fact that the cat's sneaking in, slowly going,
Cat!
"You're all
Where?
fucking mad."
Cats not allowed in Eris's room.
Cats are not allowed in the computer room. Okay. So yeah,
I like that it looked like you just sent your family off to do battle with the cat.
I did.
It is his nemesis.
I proposed. She didn't say no, which was cool.
Was it surprising that you didn't say no?
Slightly. Have you heard me sing? Guess what? Guess what? She gets to hear that every day.
And she's still.
I know,
willing
she
to
said yes.
Oh my god.
I know. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
She's a keeper. She's a keeper.
Me and a few of Eris's other close friends, basically our response was, finally.
Yeah. So, yeah. I just that was the thing that happened. So.
But where were we?
I was showing off some of the videos.
Oh yeah,
from-
I was. Oh sure, because I don't have the stream up. I just
You
have.
should probably do that.
Yeah, no, I've had some of them playing for a bit.
Oh crap! Well, I don't know. Hold on. I have. If you saw how ghetto my setup is, look at the setup in terms of video quality for the stream is magnificent. The setup in terms of me actually interacting with it is fucking ghetto as shit. I have the laptop here with you in full screen. I have my phone propped up against it to see chat. So
Nice.
I'm gonna disable chat only.
There you go.
I just have some of the videos from this week's ATV showing.
All right. No, but I was just gonna say, imagine, the Squadron 42 the Squadron 42 trailer was tailored for everyone at CitizenCon and watching the stream. Sure, if they wanted to make it a proper presentation, they would need to add just a few watermarks, like coming to Windows PC or Windows 10 or whatever they do with actual proper trailers. But just if they had it, imagine that at a huge event
Or
where
like
it was
Eric was
exposed to millions of other people.
Or like Eric was saying, on YouTube videos. That's the
Like gaming
20
YouTube videos.
That's the
like
20
all of
second
them.
ad that plays before. And that's what's going to happen. That's why they went in for extra cash. And I think this is actually a pretty good time to talk about that, because I really do like that they went outside for extra cash for that, because they are not they have promised for a long time that they would use all of the money that we gave them to create the game, which leaves none of the money that we give them was for advertisements, right? The community subscribers is for community stuff. The money we give them is for the game. And this is them saying, well, we can sell.
We needed $50 million to market the game.
we can use a portion of the company, which, guess what? Only Chris, to this point, has owned the company. We have never had, and a couple
and
other,
Aaron
And Ortwan and Aaron,
those very few people. But we as
people.
backers have never had any ownership over the company. So Chris using the value of the company to pay for the advertisement, I personally think is infinitely preferable to what he could have done and said, okay, we are going to devote $20 million that you guys have given us to advertising the game, because it still needs to happen, right? They still need to advertise Squadron, but they're not using our money. Our money is doing exactly what they said it would do, and that is building the game.
And you can only love them for it.
I do. I love them for it. It's fantastic.
Thank you, Carbide.
Thank you, Carbide Edge. Wear a bow tie with a cat's face. If I had a bow tie with a cat's face, I would most assuredly wear a bow tie with a cat's face.
There was that time you nearly bought one, but you decided against it by a whisker.
God damn it.
Wow. I like you just pull that out of nowhere.
Shiver, are you sure you're not Finnish?
I wish I was. It's the most metal country on the planet.
Oh, definitely. It's just completely off topic. I so got back into Nightwish over the past few weeks. It's crazy. I've been listening to nothing but. I got like when this is gonna be like for anyone who has no clue about metal is gonna be completely off put by it. But whatever. When Tarja left, I kind of lost interest in the band. But now that I've heard Floor. Oh my god!
So,
and I've been checking out Satanic War Master lately.
I've been listening to pretty much nothing.
Good
but
band as well.
What is it? Frightened.
Right.
What about Cattle Decapitation?
Have you heard No Enum?
I've been listening to a lot of Hamilton, the original Broadway cast recordings, some Iron and Wine, some Sufjan Stevens, a lot of Frightened Rabbit. Actually, Frightened Rabbit is great for writing to. Really like Frightened Rabbit. Band of Horses, Jonsi. I don't know how to pronounce
everyone.
Jonsi, great. Icelandic, love it. Very melodic and pretty.
You mean the lead singer from Sigur Rós?
Yeah.
Jonsi.
Jonsi, yeah.
Jonsi,
I've been
yeah.
listening to a lot of his solo stuff. It's really good.
You should also listen to Sigur Rós because it's amazing as well, especially the album that got originally released without a name. It was just open bracket, close bracket.
Oh, nice.
And all the tracks were untitled. Track number 1, untitled track number 2.
Beautiful. I
It's
love
like-
it. Okay. Sorry. Moving on. As usual from the video, you can see that everything in Star Citizen looks really pretty. The procedural, what's that called? Neon. No. The procedural creation of neon signs to attack your eyeballs at every single angle is very, very good. I really like it. It's, I think they've actually got a lot of empty space that they need to fill because it is the future. Those should be.
A lot of that's going to be filled with human. You mean the wall space?
Yeah, wall space. That wall space is way too empty for the future. There should be
It's
adverts
just
on everyone.
test advertising space.
Exactly.
Yep.
That's procedural layout. There was this, interior maps. It looks kind of cool.
I really am looking forward to that.
I'm worried it might be, it looks great, but if you look closely, the background is very dark. I'm worried about that in a light environment.
I think it dims the background.
Currently, when you pull up the Mobi-Glass, the background does dim, so it's going to have that as well. Yeah.
I want to see it in action.
But yes, some sort of navigation is good because right now, me as a seasoned player, I know where everything is. I know where to go.
I sure don't.
Even Lorville was, took me a bit to get to grips with, but I still know where everything is. This sort of map is crucial for new players.
Yeah.
Yep.
And players who don't, invest hours in a day to play.
Yeah.
But, if we knew it was coming, it's just, a feature.
It's good to see.
In a kilometer-long list of features that needs to be inputted in the game.
Yep.
Okay, apparently I can't leave because no one else is talking. Fine. I'll start off.
You can't just spontaneously leave and expect us to suddenly. Well, you may have some cunning plan. You're dressed up like a magician. One day you're going to disappear, come back, and you're going to saw a woman in half, I assume, when you come back.
No, next time
you're
I'm
just
going to
get
disappear from here, and I'm just going to reappear behind Shiver. And go like this.
That would actually be quite good.
And then I'm going to disappear again and reappear here.
I would pay to see that.
I would pay to see that too. Way too much. I'd have to pay way too much.
But that just means that you know how much personal transportation, like teleportation, costs.
I have a question for everybody.
Okay.
When do you think? So we currently only have 3.5 and 3.6 on the schedule. We know that in January they tend to do the big like company-wide summits and try and figure what the hell they're going to do for the coming year. When do you think we'll get the schedules for 3.7, 3.8, and eventually 3.9? I guess
February.
Yeah.
Yeah, a couple of weeks. I think it's also something that Xylo said that it's just a couple of weeks until we get those things.
So probably like end of January ish.
I think middle of February is closer to the mark.
Okay.
But you know, they do monitor Twitter. Like as soon as they changed an image in the roadmap, and the roadmap automatically said updated to 11th January 2019. You know, and everybody who was just waiting for that, you know, all immediately went into, you know, data crunching and posting on Reddit mode, and immediately there were responses by Xylo who said, "No, sorry, the roadmap hasn't actually been updated yet. Give it a bit of time." So they know, they are listening. And if we ask them a lot, they will actually tell us when they plan to do it. But I think it's a couple of weeks.
So here's my question.
That is
on that same topic. Here's my question.
Roadmap towards the roadmap.
They tend to have kept like 4 or 5 up at a time. Do you think they're going to just stick with that?
Yeah, I just think that they're doing that big company-wide, like, what the hell are we going to do now kind of deal. And then they'll post up and Aaron said that they would do it. So I think then we'll get probably February, as Darge said. We'll probably get 3.7 and 3.8 posted.
Because they have a lot of stuff, you know, for the Squadron 42 one, is like I said before, everything is already posted. You know, the dates will change. And I'm afraid that the final switch from alpha to beta will lapse by at least 1 quarter at this point.
From alpha to beta in Star Citizen?
In Squadron 42.
Oh, yeah. No, I basically looked at, when I saw their current schedule, I'm like, so, holiday 2020 release. I added 2 quarters to everything.
I really don't want CIG to try to go into the holiday market.
Oh, me neither.
I think they would be absolutely destroyed.
Because they are basically in sprint mode from when they get back from the holidays until they go to the holidays. And if they don't have those 3 weeks of break in a year, they're gonna burn out so hard.
I will say that every single CIG person I talk to or follow seems to be just absolutely enamored. Absolutely enamored by the work that they do.
There was a bit of kerfuffle a couple of years ago, where people got in and completely realized that this is not how they want to do or what they want to do, and there was a lot of turnover at that point. But I think it's stabilized now.
I think it's very much like working for Elon Musk.
Yes, very likely.
And isn't SpaceX like losing 500 people?
So they're not losing them; they are letting them go. 700 people. And
why?
Okay, we'll go to that. Why? They develop. So this is my theory. These are theories. This is my theory.
Just a note before you start. Eric's theories tend to come out as being true eventually.
Okay.
Is it Cortec developers that aren't needed anymore because the Cortec has been developed?
Basically, it's more yes and production. So we have Falcon 9 and the Merlin engine are basically done development. They won't be changing anymore. And they also don't need to make very many of them anymore because they already have 20-ish Falcon 9 rockets in
which are
now
reused.
because they're reusing them all the time.
They don't need another one.
Well,
don't need
can we just say how absurd the notion is that we are reusing them? They are reusing them all the time now.
It's
Yes.
still
they don't-
absurd.
They don't need to make as many of those rockets anymore. So my general thesis here is, and not only that, they just raised $750 million towards Starlink. My general idea is that they trimmed 700 people, probably mostly out of the Falcon 9 and Merlin program, to be able to hire new people for the Starlink production without vastly increasing the amount of money they spend on a yearly basis.
Oh, right, because they would need to give those people raises, but if they hire new people, they can keep the pay.
Well, and the people who build rockets and build engines aren't really necessarily the same people who build satellites.
Yeah.
That is true.
This is not the same skill set. So I think that that was the plan, and they have to build something on the order of like 4,500 satellites in the next 5 years. So they have a lot of work to do.
but unfortunately, there's a couple of more startup companies that want to get in the same market as SpaceX is, and those people can just migrate. And it's basically the same 12 people that created this new commercial space program.
Yeah. So
pretty much.
I am going to.
That's basically the answer to that question.
I'm going to move us on now to the actual questions. I know normally we would end at this time, but we did go live a little bit late, so we're gonna hit the questions and then we'll
hit them hard.
We'll peter out. So starting off with a question from Tilu.
I thought your name was Frank, not Peter.
All right, starting off with the question from Tilu.
I think he's silently moving his mouse towards the mute button without trying to.
No, it's just you know how every once in a while you have this like realization that somewhere in your life you went horribly wrong, and you're trying to think of where it might have been.
Would you like to come on the podcast this week, Shiver?
that sort of thinking is always accompanied with a lot of bloodshed in my mind.
Yeah.
Extreme violence, ultra violent.
You're Scandinavian, aren't you?
I'm not very violent. I'm a Canadian. I'm sorry.
Can I be twice as violent in your stead?
Yes.
Just to balance things out.
Yeah.
All right, Tilu. What did Tilu ask us?
Tilu asks, we have the roadmap, Q2 for Star Citizen 2020 for Squadron 42. What's missing that your heart most desires?
Jump points.
Green alien chicks I can woo.
Jump points, green alien chicks. Shiver?
Can release? Where is it? That's all. Just time. I can't. I honestly. At this point, can we cram any more in? Would you want any more fucking crammed into this thing? Data girls like that.
Some fun.
Fun comes
Data girls
from
like
within.
Does Marius?
No,
sorry.
As soon as there's content, you'll be able to find your own fun.
I need to briefly override all talk of Star Citizen because Desmarius is talking shit about hockey, saying that hockey isn't considered violent. Ice hockey. And ice hockey is not a violent sport. It's one of the more gentlemanly sports. There's certainly no one that takes dives like in soccer, and no one that pulls guns like in football.
Sure, dude. But like a couple of months ago, I went to a fight and a hockey game broke out.
It's funny because if you actually watch the fights, and not just what they show on TV, but like the end of probably 95% of hockey fights, and Nakara can confirm or deny this, but the people that are fighting, one, know each other. Two, respect each
good
other.
Friends.
Three, have no intention of hurting each other. It's to psych up the crowd and your team, and they often in many cases, they'll pat each other on the back and say good fight, and they'll go off to the bench. or go off to
Yep.
the
That's
penalty
at
box.
least
Pick up their teeth on the way to the bench.
Yeah, pretty much. That's at least 50 to 70% of all fights.
Yeah.
But you know, on a related note, this is the reason why I love rugby so much, because, you know, soccer was described as a gentleman's game played by hooligans, and rugby is a hooligan's game played by gentlemen.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I watched this live, and the referee is mic'd.
Yep.
So whatever the referee says during breakage is transmitted everywhere, in the stadium and on the broadcast. And there was a fight started breaking out, and the referee calmly walks to these two persons, and they stop.
Yeah.
And he just calmly says, "You two are gentlemen, and I expect you to act like it." And they stopped immediately, shook hands, and walked
I
off.
want to be completely honest. I think that
The referees in rugby are gods.
someone actually just posted earlier today, I think, in the Relay Discord, a great clip of one of the hockey referees just and the things he says and the ways he's just like he's having fun with it. And he's talking with the players, and they're all talking together, and they talk a lot on the ice. And I think. I'm going to end with this, but my Canadian perception of things is that the more dangerous a sport is, and hockey is a very dangerous sport. It's one of the fastest, heaviest hitting. Every single person
You skid around with knives on your feet.
They've got swords on their feet. Okay.
Yes, you can. There are confirmed events of sliced off scrota.
Nice.
We've seen a number of hockey players get seriously injured and
carotid arteries.
It is an incredibly dangerous sport, and aside from a couple idiots, 90% of the people that play it recognize that and treat each other with respect.
Yes, but nice Star Citizen
You know
stream.
what? Falcos01, if you wanted to hear about Star Citizen, well, you came,
You came to the
wrong place at the wrong time.
No, the right place at the wrong time, I think.
So let's get to, you know what?
Another question.
Did we even answer Tilu's question? I
What
think I
was the
might have
question?
gotten sidetracked incredibly.
What
Yes.
is the question?
What else
are you
is
missing?
missing from
Right, yeah, we
Squadron
did.
and Star Citizen?
Yeah, we answered that. Okay. Boers asks, what is CIG's internal QA/QC numbers, and would they need to outsource for Squadron 42? Don't know.
About 7.
I don't know their
outsource.
exact QA/QC
42.
numbers. We've seen in various ATVs,
Like
and
20 or
RTVs,
30, I think.
We've seen around 20 or 30 people. That sort of goes up and down depending on how many people they have at the time, how much they're staffing up, and which studio you're talking about. At the same time, to actually release Squadron 42, which is a full AAA game, yes, they 100% will have to ramp up. Even if they're using avocados still, they still have to ramp up.
And yeah, I keep forgetting though that there's like professional quality assurance testers that do nothing but play games in buggy states.
Yeah. Also, for everyone being like, hey, why aren't you guys talking about Star Citizen? Guess what? This is our first week back. This is also CIG's first week back. All they have this week.
They haven't done shit in the past.
They haven't done shit, okay? Let us have fun. Do you guys not like fun?
You should probably answer more
It was
questions.
terrible.
Yeah, I'm going to. I'm really sorry. I'm getting out of hand. Tilu also asks, considering the states of games that launch in this day and age, ranging from indie studio productions to AAA titles requiring patches months or years after release, are we really expecting Squadron 42 to launch smoothly? And will CIG be able to keep it under wraps long enough?
Two good questions.
They should launch
I think
smoothly because they have no real pressure to launch. Secondly,
keeping
the
it under wraps, that is a two-part.
that's the hard part.
That's actually a two-part thing, because a lot of people that are exposed to leaks seek them out.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that everybody who is supposed to leak seeks them out, but a lot of people that do are. So, do. Whatever. If you don't want leaks, stay away from Reddit. Stay away, especially from Star Citizen Leaks subreddit. Oh my god.
You don't say.
I wonder if there's going to be a Squadron 42 leaks subreddit popping up once the time is right. But yes, just stay away from all the channels where you might expect to have leaks. Sure, you may miss out on interaction with the community, but there are other channels to do that.
Come here. We don't talk about leaks at all.
Nope.
Yep.
Unless it's in my boat.
Yeah. I mean, your boat is a bastard.
You really need to get
your boat is a bloody briny bastard, bro.
Bloody briny bastard.
It's a bloody briny bastard, bro.
I'm sorry. It's just wet in. I just recently replaced the propeller on it, and next step is addressing the leaks. Yes.
Okay, good. As long as you address them.
Yes. Well, they have to happen before the.
Now, do they
the
have
season
individual
starts.
names that you address them by? Like that's Leak Bob, and that's Leak Joe. This is
And which of
Delta.
them tastes better in a stew with potatoes?
I'm gonna have to go with Bob.
Bob. Okay, yeah. I thought so.
Yeah. Joe doesn't fit in the pot.
Oh, okay.
He's a big leak.
Yep.
The accountant asks, the best predictor of future behavior is past behavior. Are you concerned that Chris Roberts has already started selling part of the game? Remember, Freelancer, when Chris sold it before it was done. Hey, no. Hey. Okay. So, let's talk very briefly.
Whoa. Could you be any more off the mark?
Freelancer, Chris was basically kicked off the project when Microsoft wanted to launch it before it was done. It wasn't Chris's desire to launch it. They launched it without his desire and actually finished it without him, if I'm remembering my history correctly.
You are remembering your history correctly.
Of course I am. So no.
Because you're not as drunk as me.
I am not concerned that Chris is selling part of the game because he's actually not selling part of the game. He sold part of the company, a non-controlling share of the company, which is basically Chris being like, hey, I have this thing that is worth this much. Do you want to give me some money? Because it's worth that, but just because it's worth this doesn't mean I have it in my pocket. Do you want to give me some money so that you can have part of it so that I have money in my pocket?
Currently, if you look at their financials, at the time of the financial release, they had $12 million. $14 million worth of actual equity, or whatever the terminology is.
Money above and beyond expenses.
That is really good. Really good.
It's dwindling, but which is what you want, because you don't want cash just burning a hole in your pocket. Yeah. But there was an outside evaluator that evaluated the entire thing, the company, the project, both games, at more than twice of what the game has raised in funding so far.
Yep. 400. The current post-cash valuation of the company is $496 million.
Yes.
Let's also two things. One, I'm going to go to Shiver to this because he hasn't been talking too much, and I'm going to feed him a question.
Shiver.
I'm going to feed him a question.
But you've all been saying exactly the right things, and I'm just like, right.
Yeah,
I know.
Right.
So
also, as Draken, Microsoft were douchebags.
Yeah.
Decades ago. Current state of Microsoft is very much is like applauded.
suck,
Can only be applauded.
Yeah.
No.
They're not good at they're not great at patches. Anyway, I'm feeding.
Oh yeah, okay, sure, but who is? I mean, we're talking about Star Citizen here.
Okay, yeah, I'll give you that. I will give you that one. I am feeding this question to Shiver in hopes that he gives me the response that I want, and if he doesn't, he's fired. Now let me remember the question I was going to feed him.
Oh no, it's not the next one, is it?
No, it's not that. It's
because I had one for that.
no. I'll ask
Sure.
you that one too then. Okay. No, my question to you was more on the lines of what this question was talking about of fuck, I honestly can't remember.
Are we concerned about Chris Roberts with his past behavior based on
Well, not
the
just
fact
that,
that
This is
at
a
one
current
point
question.
Microsoft bought out his studio,
I was gonna-
which is, let's be honest, what Microsoft is fucking famous for is buying fucking studios. Fine,
My question to
and
you
closing
was-
down
Wait,
projects.
Are you saying they're more famous than EA for buying studios and
No.
running them into the ground?
Yes.
No.
Well, to my
No.
generation.
What about Activision?
To my generation, because I'm still of this thing. EA do games that aren't
Activision managed to destroy Blizzard, which
and
is
Bungie.
amazing.
And Bungie.
Of course. Okay, I just have to say, like, I have a bunch of Blizzard fans who are, and I'm a big Blizzard fan, and I have a lot of friends who are. Our biggest hope right now is that Blizzard follows Bungie out of Activision.
Bumble.
Wait.
Hang on, no.
Do you not have a phone?
Bumble, I have to say you're wrong. Chris Roberts can do wrong. He is not
course.
infallible. No one is. The difference is Chris
Look
Roberts
at some
is now,
of his movies. Some of
his
his movies
movie-
are great. Some of them are total
some
shit.
of- yeah. Chris Roberts can do very wrong. Wing Commander is not what one would consider a good movie. Please, nobody tell Ben that I said this. I love Ben.
Uh-oh, Ben's probably watching.
Ben's probably watching, and
It's all over for you,
The
Aris.
thing is, Lord of War and 7.
Oh,
phenomenal.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Thing is, I personally believe that, yeah, Chris can do a lot of wrong, but he has now surrounded himself with enough people, including his brother and
And if a couple of ATVs are to be gone by, is that the proper verbiage?
yeah, that works.
Yeah. His wife as well. she's been grilling him on those ATVs
I
for
like that. It's enjoyable.
It's been good. I like it. Okay.
and
Sorry,
the
I
kids.
wanna-
Oh my God, Sky Roberts is a natural when it comes to presenting ATVs.
Actually,
I
I would
met their
prefer the
kids
kids.
years ago. They're cool.
I would prefer the kids just run every ATV. They can be the new hosts.
So
Rain may be in a year or so, but Sky is a natural.
Shiver, I am really sorry. I have completely lost the question that I wanted to ask you. It's gone.
42.
So now
There you
come
go.
up with a
I
new
think
one.
it's for the better. Yeah.
I do want to quickly, Eric,
That's me.
you are the knower of financials.
Yeah.
Yes or no? Are they doing okay?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Moving on.
2018 was their best year ever.
It's not just a chuck. It's not a yes. It's a chuckle, comma yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. They made, to give you some perspective, it was their best year ever last year. They eclipsed their previous best year by about $1.6 million. So they made $37.75 million last year. Which is funny because like 15 or 16 of that was in like November and December.
Yeah. It was a good holiday season for them. Okay.
No doubt.
The RSPCA asks Shiver, what noise does a frightened rabbit make?
I'm a fighting rabbit! Fuck!
Oh, that's good to know because up until this point, I only knew what sort of sound an attacking rabbit that's about to go for your jugular makes.
Okay. Next one.
Okay. Sorry, that was beautiful. Someone please clip that. Oh my
good,
god.
wonderful.
No, don't.
Please clip it.
I can watch it.
And
Leak
then everyone.
Leak Bob, not Leak, but Leak. Bob asks, what is Eris more triggered by, travel times or leaks? Travel times can be fixed. Leaks are done by brainless, incompetent suck pods whose only purpose in life is to be used as either a spittoon or a bedpan.
Sounds good.
Also, travel times have already been fixed. Bigger ship equals shorter travel time.
Yes, just get a capital ship. It's no problem.
Yeah, exactly. No, just grab a seat on one of the ships. That is going to happen eventually. It's going to be regular transport between planets on huge ships.
And maybe I'll play when that eventually happens. But maybe
my Carrack is going to be one of those ships.
No, because it's not releasing in 2020 or in 2019. So Tilu asks the last question. The last question.
Aww.
The final question.
Here we go. The final question for today. Tilu asks, looking at the social media reaction that happened after the Squadron 42 trailer dropped, when is Chris gonna go fuck it and make a movie again? And I have only one thing to say to this, and that is, what the hell do you think Squadron 42 is?
Also, what do you think renaming Cloud Imperium Games to just Cloud Imperium entails?
I'm actually. I have a comparison for this. Tesla used to be called Tesla Motors, and they're not called Tesla Motors anymore. They're now called Tesla because they sell other things besides cars,
like the batteries, the Powerwall.
And
Cloud Imperium Games. Cloud Imperium Games is
the
no
solar
longer.
panels are actually through Solar City.
No, well, they were bought by Tesla and are now just called Tesla.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. My bad.
No, they're all one thing now.
Bandersnooch!
The
what?
Okay, Bandersnooch.
Oh, the Black Mirror thing.
It's an interactive movie.
I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it. I
haven't either.
Anyway,
I kept thinking that is somebody calling Benedict Cumberbatch by a stupid name.
I had the exact same thought. Anyway, I just wanted to say I have a very strong suspicion that changing Cloud Imperium Games to Cloud Imperium means that they have something else planned.
Yeah,
probably a movie.
A Squadron 42 based movie would be amazing, especially if it's just rendered in CryEngine.
Yes, considering the experience and the graphical fidelity that they're getting, a Squadron 42 based movie with that. I mean, why not? Why the hell not? Shiver. I see you shaking your head in the dim dark.
No, completely unrelated. Des Marius has just sent me a fucking PM on Discord, and I know what the fucking clip is. Thank you so fucking much, Des fucking Marius.
And with that, I want to mention two things, because one of our favorite persons over here at the relay is the Astropub. Because
yes, he is one of our favorite persons.
Yeah, I mean, let's be serious. One of everyone's favorite peoples is the Astropub.
Of course. Yes. How could you not?
Exactly. So it's his partnerversary today. I don't actually know what his plans are, but you should, if you've got nothing else to do, go check out.
I don't think anything is, just because his work and personal life getting in the way. That's all I'm saying. Yeah.
But on the 26th, and we'll talk about this more later, on the 26th, the Astropub will be coming back with a new format, so look forward to that, because I love the Astropub. That said, Darsh?
Yar?
One, thank you for being on. It was greatly appreciated.
You're very welcome.
I know that earlier today when we were talking about you coming on, you were saying that you've got someone that you're going to be recording, I think, tomorrow?
Yes. Fortnite Frontier is going to be coming online for the first time in 2019 with, I'm going to say, Sheep Citizen, because that is what he's been renamed on the Astropub.
Really?
If you don't know, Sheep Citizen came about because Moist Noodle was supposed to be on the show at one point, but
I didn't know it was him.
It was him, but had to cancel, so he was replaced by Sheep Citizen, which is basically, or Sheep Citizen, whatever.
Yeah.
Yes. To get to my previous point, Moist Noodle will be on the show on Fortnite Frontier, or as we've now renamed it, whenever we have an interview, Beyond the Frontier.
Excellent.
Tomorrow at 7:30 UK time. So 8:30 CET, whatever that is, in your applicable time
12:30
zone.
Eastern. No,
The
2:30 Eastern.
provided Discord doesn't take a shit like it did today and causes a delay.
Yeah.
Yep. So I will be here when you see me in my podcasting nook. Meyer will be in his ever-developing podcasting bedroom, and Shive will be coming from the JR workshop
Nice.
because that's where he lives now.
Which is good. Good for him. So,
Of course, Meyer. Of course, Meyer.
yeah.
What do you mean, the
Can't have
original-
Fortnightly Frontier without Meyer.
Of course, because we rely on his computer to stream.
So check that out tomorrow.
Yep. Basically 24 hours from when the show started.
Yeah. Shiver?
I've got in addition to Dead, I've got Friday Night Show coming up next week.
Nice.
I think we got Des Marius on it, actually.
Really? I wouldn't
Yeah,
watch
if
that.
either of
You can
you know.
personally thank him for that clip.
I will do exactly that.
So I guess that's going to be it for us for our first episode of the new year. Thanks so much for hanging out. Nakara, do you have anything you want to throw in?
Thank you for 70 people watching us.
Yeah, you're all nuts. Are we going to have a? Are we going to end the saga of Apollo this week on Tuesday?
Yes. On Tuesday, we're going to have Apollo. I believe it's Apollo 10 through 13, and then probably the Soyuz Saturn missions as well.
Yep. And then,
By the way, Eris,
yeah.
did you manage to go through the Full Moon book I brought to the house at CitizenCon when we had the show? Because it is the photo essay of the Apollo missions.
I wasn't able to go through the whole thing because, you know.
Too bad, because
Yeah.
I have it now back on the side of the Atlantic.
Yes. But
That's really unfortunate.
It is. I did bring it with me.
I have this.
It's almost as good.
Almost. Seriously, come join us on Tuesday as we finalize the history of the Apollo program. It's going to be interesting. And then I don't really know what we're doing for the space show, to be honest.
We're going to be moving on to doing more focused things like on specific current missions that are running.
But,
So we might do something on
And also people with fancy tattoos.
yes.
Well, yeah,
but
of course.
we will be having Darj on at some point, and
Yes.
we're going to start bringing some guests on to the space show as well. You know,
And hopefully it won't be as fucking shit as this thing has been. No, the space show.
This.
So did I.
Sorry.
I don't know what Dodger's talking about.
Yeah, I mean, we did go off topic slightly. So thank you all so much for hanging out and listening.
Only slightly.
It's been fun, and we'll see you guys all next weekend. Have yourselves
Bye.
a great new year, and may everything be